y'all, welcome to Ryan and Robert Rants. We are going to be doing something a little different today. So, me and Robert have been talking behind the scenes, and we don't want this channel to just be trailer reactions and video requests. Not to say that we don't love those, because we do. It's the whole reason
Do.
why we started this channel, is through our love of movies and the discussions that we'd get into about those movies. So, one of the things that we talked about is just wanting to have some random discussions on just some topics that might come up, some articles we might read. So this is actually the first installment of our discussion. I don't know what this will be called for now. The title holder is just
It's
discussions.
discussion.
Just keep it simple. So
Yeah. We
today we wanted
usually
to.
yeah, we usually
What was that?
talk in between takes and we never really record it. And then we figured, why not just record it?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that, like I said,
Yeah.
interests us. So this one was a really interesting topic because it's been, out there, but there hasn't really been any traction on it as far as something's like happening in stone. Everything's been all hearsay. But we are going to be talking today about the Warner Brothers acquisition. That's been the big thing in Hollywood. One of the big
Yeah.
things, I should say, is who is going to buy Warner Brothers. The fact that it was up on the chopping block was a crazy thing to think of on top of that. I mean,
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is that's a staple of my childhood. Like, so
Studio
many
like
different.
over 100 years old.
Yeah, and then the fact that another studio or company is going to come and buy them out. Well, it's official today as of this
Yeah.
morning. Netflix has acquired Warner Brothers. And how much
Yeah.
was that deal for, Robert?
So the whole purchase, well, they're purchasing it for 72 billion, but they're also taking on 10 billion worth of Warner Brothers debt. So it's going to come in close to 83 billion dollars. 82.7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$82.7
And I know
billion dollars.
Netflix, they have close to 30 billion in cash reserves. I think it's like 28 billion, which is crazy. I don't think it's as much as Apple because I think Apple's just sitting on like a country of money right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, just think we just have 30 billion lying around somewhere. No big deal.
Just the fact to see how big Netflix has grown from
Yeah,
what it started as. I still remember, like, that's how long I've been with Netflix. Is I've been with them since the mail days, when you had to
right.
mail in the DVDs and get them mailed to your house, and then
Oh,
you had to all intricate with putting it back in and then shipping it back. It's actually
oh,
how I watched
Blockbuster.
Dexter. Oh
How
man.
Blockbuster messed up. Like,
Ugh.
bro, if you could go back and tell Blockbuster like back in 1998, like one day you'll be buying Warner Brothers.
Ugh. You don't know how much I miss
Absolutely crazy.
Blockbuster though, dude.
Yeah,
I
it's
miss
just weird with
Blockbuster.
Warner Brothers. Like, I know there was talks about them selling off some of their assets. Man, as far back as I remember, it's like 2019, 2020. It was right around the time Disney was buying Fox,
Yeah.
which was what, like 70 billion at the time, which, that was an unheard of kind of buyout. And I remember there was always talks about, well, what could happen if Warner Brothers sold off some of their franchises and Disney ended up buying the DC library. So then you can merge DC and Marvel Comics, right? So I was
Hmm.
like, well, that'd be kind of an interesting. I mean, I don't think I'd like it too much just from the creative standpoint. I mean, you get your crossovers, right? But how would it dilute the overall? Would you keep them separated or would you just merge them, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, right now, and at least comic book wise, I mean, DC's been pumping out some pretty good stuff. Marvel, not so much. Um, as a person who actually reads some of the comics, it's just getting a lot of it's just getting stale. It's like they're a lot of. I mean, DC launched their absolute kind of line, kind of to combat Marvel's Ultimate line. But I mean, the absolute line's just been killing it in sales, especially Batman. But in terms of like the main overall story, like the main timeline for Marvel, it's been pretty stale for a while. It's getting kind of boring.
Yeah. I mean, it makes
Excuse
you
me.
wonder too, like at that time, like you said, when Disney was buying up everything.
Yeah.
like everything. It makes you wonder because I'm of the mind that they shut the bed with everything that they've acquired so far, and I feel like it's showing. It shows in the quality of the work. Like they haven't had something that's made me feel alive with watching it, where I was like, man, that was really good. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I want to watch that again. I want to go see it on the big screen again. Like I haven't felt like that about any of the stuff they've acquired, and I feel like had they put time into the quality of the projects instead of just churning out, like the machine, just get it out as quick as possible, make the money, turn around and do it over again and cookie cutter everything. Had they had not done that, I feel like they would have had, a better footing of, hey, maybe they could have acquired Warner
yeah,
Brothers. Had everything just been hit after hit after hit, then maybe, but that's not what happened at all. Like it showed
yeah,
us that it was like they focused too much on the business aspect of it instead of just, maybe if we just go creatively at this, we'll
yeah,
actually make money, because it worked in the past, but they forgot that. They got too greedy with it. And Netflix, like you said, is like, I'll have some of that. And they're gonna go ahead and
yeah,
take Warner Brothers. But it does raise questions though with that. Like it makes me wonder, okay, so I was reading in one of the articles that they said they don't want to affect the theatrical releases for the films too much. They want to do something with it to change the window so that way it gets to the consumers faster, which for me, I mean, from someone who worked at a movie theater, I love movie theaters. I will always love movie theaters.
yeah,
We need movie theaters to have experiences. But at the same time, I also understand stuff's expensive. It is
yep,
drastically expensive, and not a lot of people have those opportunities to do that. So, having something like Netflix gives you that opportunity to experience these movies. Not in the same way, but at least you still get to have an experience. But I think that's, one of my worries with it. But my big issue with Netflix in general is their selection sucks.
yeah.
Like I was on there earlier and I was like, seen it. And then their algorithm too is just really weird to where you don't get to see the full catalog of what they
No.
actually have. So it's just gonna show you a repeat of stuff like that. And it didn't used to be like that. And there's one gripe I have with Netflix. The like a big gripe that I have, and it's when you're searching movies or shows or anything like that. When you search it, it pops up under the search thing of the thing you're looking for, and then when you click on it, it's not there. It's like, oh, here's everything related to it or stuff like it. And I'm like, no, like I want that movie or I want that show. And
It's
it's
like
like,
that's
oh
why I
no,
was
you don't have
searching
it.
for it.
Exactly. And I'm just like, what? Like that's the one weirdest thing. I'm like, just don't put it on there if you don't have it. Like don't even let me search it. But like I said, it's an interesting thing. I did not see it coming. I really thought Paramount was gonna sneak through and get a hold
Yeah,
of Warner Brothers, but
which I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure
What do
what
you
would have been
think?
the better outcome, to be honest. Um, so obviously the implications for this. Okay, so what's gonna happen to the newly trying to like this relaunch the DC, right? Side of it, is that gonna continue? Is that gonna have any effect? Like I know with Paramount probably buying it, or there was a lot of, I guess, for most people, fear, I guess, that they would shut it down, or I guess steer it in another direction, getting rid of Saffron and Gunn. Despite anybody's general opinions, like everything they planned could have just been gone, right?
Yeah.
Um, but I know it also said that the cable channels, which include CNN, TNT, and HGTV, are not included. They're going to be in a new publicly traded company, Discovery Global, and that will be managed by David Zaslav, at least for the foreseeable future, whenever it becomes public, right? Um, But yeah, like when you brought it up about they want to get the product to the consumers faster, so what does that mean? Like, are we just gonna do like a Knives Out? Hey, you get a weekend, or a Frankenstein. We're gonna put in theaters for a weekend, and then boom, we're gonna take it and put it on streaming. Which movie theaters aren't gonna. If that's the case, I mean, you probably know this working in the theater, but I know a lot of people don't. They'll see like, for instance, they'll see a movie having $100 million budget, and if a movie only grosses $100 million worldwide, they're like, oh, cool, they broke even. It's not necessarily the case. You still gotta. Well, it's not. There's nothing necessarily about it. That's not the case. So that budget also doesn't take into account for marketing. It also doesn't account for the portion to the theaters, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, overcoming a cold. Uh, but so they always say, generally speaking, if a movie costs 100 million to produce, probably another 100 million to market, then you got to double it because you got to pay out the theaters. And a lot of this, the studio makes the bulk of their money opening weekend. So it's broken down, right? So at least before, I don't know what the renegotiations was during COVID and the recent strikes, but how it used to break down was opening weekend, the studio took home like 90 to 95%, and then it just decreased from then on out. Like second weekend would be like 80%, and then just kept going down. So the longer a movie was in theaters, say like your Avatar, the first one that was in theaters for like what, like half a year, almost 6 months.
Yeah. Long
And
time.
the theaters was probably banking in more than the studio was. But the theaters chose to keep that in theaters because they were making more.
Yeah.
So Netflix can be like, oh well, we gonna make most of our money opening weekend. Well, theaters are gonna be like, well, if you're gonna take it out after a week or two, we're not gonna carry your movie because
Yeah.
why would we? We're only gonna get 10% of the thing. Yeah, we'll probably make a lot in concessions, but we're still gonna that's still not gonna help us, right? We're giving away theater space for a movie. We're only gonna get like 5-10% of the returns on. It's not
If that.
a business, not a yeah,
If even.
it's not yeah. Like I'm trying to be optimistic here, like on the higher end, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
And again, some studios I think take more than some studios. I know Disney took more of the first opening weekend than a
Yeah.
lot some of the other studios. So
The mouse dude
I'm
reigns
just
supreme.
approximating,
Yeah.
right? I'm just I'm not don't want to get into the whole specifics. I don't know all the specifics. You just approximating.
I'll drop
So
the
again, what is
secrets.
that
I
gonna?
got you.
No, like what I'm
I'll
saying,
spill.
like I don't without seeing like an actual balance sheet, right? I'm not gonna go into
Yeah.
like who takes what when, how what's the percentage. Like it's a lot of
Well,
business nuance.
I'll tell you that when it came to like being in the theater, Disney rules supreme. Like there's a
Oh yeah.
reason why almost every house housed a Disney movie. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
a reason you see like, oh yeah, this, theater there's 12 screens, but this Disney movie is on 10 of them. It's
Yep.
because yeah, like they get basically first dibs at everything. And yes, like Robert said, concessions is where all of the money comes from for theaters. That
Yeah.
is where they make their money. That's why everything's so expensive. So when the studios come in and they take their cut, it's literally saying, "Hey, we're letting you show it here, and we can pull it if we want." And they can. They have that right, and that is what can kill a theater.
Yep.
Now, the thing that sucks about it is especially why a lot of people were worried about Disney taking over is because if they oversaturate the market where all that's coming out is their movies, they can kill your business
Oh
really
yeah.
fast. And something like this, where it's like, okay, you had Warner Brothers because you had, let's see, you had Disney, you had Warner Brothers, you have Sony, you have your smaller independent ones like your Screen Gems
Universal.
and your
I mean,
yeah, you
Universal's
have
not.
You've
Yeah.
Universal as well. Kids movies reign supreme in a theater, which is
Yes.
a big thing. Which now
Look at
hearing,
Zootopia now.
yeah, Zootopia, the mouse reigns supreme.
Yep.
And with Netflix acquiring Warner's, it's interesting to see what happens because one, like Robert said, you have DC that's part of Warner's. How is
Want to
that
run
going to
through it?
affect
Hold on.
it?
I have a
Yeah, yeah,
list of
let's
some of
go.
this stuff. So
Go for it.
all of DC, their entire library of DC, your Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, everything. the Wizarding World. So your Harry Potter, your Fantastic Beast. So what's going to happen with the new show being produced? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna. Are they going to continue it? How's that going to impact it? Opinions aside on what y'all think the show might or may not be, it's going to open this world up to a whole new generation of people, right? And again, I always thought that Warner Brothers should be expanding on not necessarily rebooting or whatever, but you have this IP. Why not expand on the universe? Like, I played that game Hogwarts Legacy, and I was like, this is really interesting. Like, I want to explore more of the Wizarding World outside of Harry Potter. It's like big shock to Disney exploring Star Wars outside of Skywalker. Let's do that, please. It's not just about them. You got
Yeah.
literally a whole universe. Anyways, some of the sci-fi fantasy, you got your Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, Lord of the Rings, The Matrix, Wizard of Oz, everything pretty much that made HBO popular in the 2010s, right
Yeah.
there. Speaking of Sopranos, right? So you
Hmm.
got your past TV shows like Sopranos and Friends, Big Bang Theory, apparently, Succession, White Lotus, The Last of Us, Sex and the City, like these are all banger franchises.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo, Looney Tunes. Come on, like Tom and Jerry, like everything we grew up. Your Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what are we talking about here, guys? Like that's. I mean, I think that's more. I mean, I don't know if it's more or just as powerful as when Disney bought out Fox. I mean,
It is.
It's
It's
literally
it's
it's
insane.
literally this is literally Marvel buying Fox and Marvel at the same time. But they didn't, but it's pretty much equivalent. Disney obviously bought Star Wars, Marvel and Fox like within like what 8-year gap or whatever, 8-year span,
But
which is still
still, that
insane.
acquisition was, I remember
Yeah.
when it happened, it was like, oh my God, like this is a huge thing. And
Yeah.
then we saw what happened. But I don't
So I
know.
mean,
But that makes me wonder now, is the quality going to go down with these things? Because we've seen what
yeah.
Netflix can produce with stuff, and it's not the
And
greatest
and that's
quality.
that's the that's the other thing, right? Like Netflix again, Netflix is known to produce some really popular, at least like Stranger Things. I don't think there's been a bigger impact to pop culture within the last 10 years than maybe Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean they can put the budget into some of these shows, but at the same time, for every one banger, there's what, 30 that are just god awful, like just forgettable and just
Not
I mean,
even
I know
subpar. It's like,
a lot of the stuff they get is like produced outside and they just buy like the streaming rights like they're just allowed to put it on their streamer because I don't think they put anything into the first season of Squid Game. They might have had something to do with the second and third seasons, but in terms of the first season I don't think they had anything to do production wise. They were just like, yeah, I'll buy the streaming rights and I'll put it. I mean, I could be wrong, I don't know, but a lot of that stuff I think they just buy it, the rights to it, and just put it on there. But I mean, I hope, first of all, this is what I want. If you're gonna take over the DC library, let's get that Batgirl movie finished and put on there right now.
yes.
If my Netflix subscription is gonna go up to $40 a month because of this, I want Batgirl. Give me Batgirl. It's Brendan Fraser. Give me Batgirl. Damn it. I
It's
don't
not
care if
asking
it's
a
still
lot.
poly part of the Snyderverse. I don't even know. But anyways, give me Batgirl. Oh,
Yeah, it's they've been hyping that movie too. Like it, the more that they
you're gonna
talk about it, like they're like,
shelve
we
it for
want
a
it, we
tax
want it.
write-off? No. Put it on there
Yeah,
now.
it's like
Finish it.
just get it out. Like it's stupid to have it there and then be like the whole thing with the was it Acme versus
The Coyote? Yeah, give me
yeah.
that one too.
Like that one's actually coming out. It got bought by the same
Yeah, yeah,
ones
yeah.
that did that Looney Tunes. Was it the Elmer? Not Elmer Fudd. It was the Porky Pig and Marvin the Martian one or something like that. I forgot what it was
I don't
called.
remember.
It's like
I
the
do
day the
remember
Earth
that one.
stood still or something
Oh
like
God.
that. Like
I
I
remember
don't
that one
remember
getting
what it was called.
saved, yeah.
Yeah, but
But
that same company that did that is the same one that got
nice.
the Coyote versus Acme one, which I'm really excited to see that one too. Because even Will Forte was happy about that movie. It was like, yeah, we put a lot of
Yeah.
work into that. Like,
Yeah.
just for them to, shelve it and just be like, it's never going to see the light of day. Well, at least now it has a chance. But at the same time, it's like we can only hope that they learn from history because, again, what Disney did,
Yeah.
it divided a lot of people, and I lost faith in
So I
everything that
guess,
they've put out. So, I mean, I'm optimistic.
yeah.
I'm gonna go in optimistic because I want something good to come of this. But like you said about the $40 a month, yeah, there's no way this isn't gonna skyrocket because right now
Yeah,
the
something's gonna
price is
happen.
already ridiculous for what
Yeah.
it is. It's like almost $30 just
I
for
think I
what
pay
it
like
has now, and it
24.
sucks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean though. It's 24, might as well be 30 at this point.
Yeah. And
But it
I know I don't
sucks
have
for
the
what you
base
get.
plan, but I don't
Yeah.
have the premium. Like I'm like I think one level above base.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle because I was like, I don't want ads,
Yeah.
so it's like $16 a month or something like that. But even at that, like I said, the
Get money.
selection is just, it's not the greatest. It's very niche, and the algorithms just all screwed up. So with something like this, and the ironic thing about it is they just brought HBO Max back, and now they're
Right?
getting ready to just like, so at this point I want them to kill HBO Max and just put it all together under one umbrella. Like, no
Yeah.
more of this, oh, it's an offshoot of this. Like, I'm tired of having like five different accounts with all these different streaming services. Just put it under one umbrella. Boom. Which ironically just makes it cable, but we're just going full circle with it.
Okay, yeah, I have the
But
17.99. Really? Could have sworn I'd be paying more than that.
you would think, right?
Fuck, I feel like I do. I mean, I know with like when Disney got the Hulu, they have like the Hulu tab on Disney Plus, so maybe they'll do the same thing with Netflix.
Yeah, because that's the
I
plan I have right
imagine.
now with the it's the three pack. It's the Disney, Hulu, and HBO Max, and I pay like $30 I think for it or something like that a month. And
Nice.
then
Oh, I wonder how that's gonna. I get HBO for free with my AT&T, so I wonder how that's gonna affect,
ooh,
like if they all move it right, or
we'll probably
I
do
don't
like a
know.
Netflix thing. Like, I don't know,
Ooh.
but this is
Oh,
why we're
hey,
having
give me
this
free
discussion
Netflix.
though.
Yeah,
It's because like we don't know the implications of this
yeah.
merger. Like, this is something that's like, again, like it could have gone a completely different way. The only reason I wanted Paramount to do it is because then Paramount streaming service would have a reason to exist,
Right.
because I don't want to
There's
say
too
it's the
many.
worst one, but it's definitely the bottom of the tier because the player itself sucks. The library doesn't. I don't even think they have all of their movies on there, and it's like, it's Paramount. You're supposed to have all of your movies on here,
Yeah.
and they don't. So it's like, it's one of those like love hate things. Like, I think bottom of the tier is Paramount and Peacock. As far as like their players go, like they frustrate me more than anything, and their selection is just so so. But I mean,
So I will say, at least with okay, so Disney. So Robert Iger was their CEO from 2005 to
Bob
2020.
Iger.
So, I mean, he was the one probably leading the charge on the acquisitions of Star Wars, Marvel, and Fox. But then we got Bob Chapek from 2020 to 2022. Not a long reign. So I imagine a lot of the creative decisions that we're still probably feeling the ramifications from, for better or worse, are was in large part due to that guy, the decisions he made. So I mean, probably by now, I mean, and Bob Iger only came back from 2022 to now, but apparently they're going to get a new CEO in 2026.
Ooh.
Maybe in 2027 because Bob Iger's extended to December 31st, 2026. So I mean, with maybe some of the maybe like with next year, like that's pretty much going to be all. Like I don't know how the turnaround rate for like if you make a decision as CEO now, how long does that take to get implemented? Because movies
Yeah.
and anything creative takes a while to get you know produced, financed, and get made. So I
He's
think
probably
2 to 3
staying in
years
for
is
Doomsday. That's probably why he extended it,
yeah,
because he was like staying for Doomsday, and
possibly.
then boom, if it's a hit. But again, if it's not a hit,
Yeah. Well, hey, never know. The trailer, they said the trailer might come out as early as next week. So stay tuned to the
couple, yeah,
channel. We'll be reacting to it.
Yes, we
So I mean,
will.
I will say a lot of the creative stuff with at least Disney in the last couple years was probably made under Chapek. I mean, from 2005 to 2020, Bob Iger probably had a pretty good run as Disney CEO because I mean they did a lot of stuff.
They
I mean,
did.
whether you
Pixar
like the
was still
decision, I
hitting
mean,
pretty good. You had Toy Story 3,
yeah, I
Ratatouille's
forgot
in
Disney. I think
there.
ended up buying Pixar in like what 2008.
Yeah. But I mean,
So I
also look
mean,
at Pixar
but
now.
again, what's who's the but even in the 2005 to 2020, Pixar was still making some bangers. Now, not so much, but I got to go through
Wait,
their.
wait. You said
I got to go through
2005,
them.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
from
yeah, no, 2000.
2005,
Yeah,
from
2005.
2005 to 2020 was when Bob Iger
Yeah,
was
because
in.
that was the high school years for me. So that
Yeah,
was
so I mean,
Ratatouille. That was
Up,
Wally.
Wally,
Up. Yeah. So I mean, we still had some bangers, but then after that, I
yeah,
was like,
Inside Out came out in 2015,
yeah.
which I still feel like that's a 10-year-old movie.
Nah, but also that time period doesn't even feel like 10 years in general.
No,
Like it feels like it was
honestly, the
just a
early
couple
to mid
years.
2000s was a blur, or 2010s was a blur.
Yeah, it was a weird time.
Thank you,
It was the
Target.
rich. That was the rich retail days. That's where it all started for us.
Yep. But
But
again, like we were talking about, like with whoever's going to be the, I don't know if all this is going to fall under who's the CEO of Netflix. It's like what's his name,
Ted, right?
Saran
Ted
something,
Serranos or something like that.
something like that. Yeah,
Ted
but
Sriracha.
yeah, I don't know if I
Sarandos.
mean Sarandos.
Sarandos.
There you go. Yeah, Scooby Doo.
We're overdue for a new Scooby Doo.
So I'm just kind of, are they going to restructure it to the point where, like, we still have Fox Studios, right? So I mean, are they going to have like Warner Brothers still being its own separate studio? There's, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of,
In association with Netflix.
yeah, right. But also, I'm just afraid, like, are we going to get like less content? Because I feel like even now with Disney and owning Fox, we're getting like less would be Fox content like we would have gotten before. So before we would have got Disney and Fox. Well, now that Disney kind of owns both, are we getting the same amount of Disney and the same amount of Fox as we would have got if they were separate? The same with this. Would we be getting the
Yeah.
same amount of Netflix, for better or worse, with their ratio of 1 to 30 that we've established, as and the same amount of content with Warner Brothers, or are we going to only get like one DC movie a year? Or I'm not saying we need like three or four, but
Honestly,
like
I
one
would be
DC
fine with it.
project.
I would be fine with it. We need to
But in terms
cut.
of
We
like,
need
all
to
right, if we
crawl
get,
back
but
hardcore
like,
on superhero
oh, I
stuff.
agree, but like, are we only going to get like one or two main Warner Brother projects? So are we only going to get like one
Uh,
DC, one anything else a year, as opposed to what we could have gotten before? Because I mean, Warner Brothers had a
yes.
string of like six number one week opening weekends in a row this year. Let me see.
Was it this year?
Yeah, they went on a good run.
I always forget that Oppenheimer wasn't Warner Brothers.
That's not what I wanted.
But yeah, while Robert's looking that up, I will keep y'all entertained. So yeah, I mean,
Six consecutive $40+ million opening weekends. Minecraft. Well, let's get the full article. Will you not let me? You're not gonna let me see it, are you?
was Minecraft Warner?
Apparently,
I
Minecraft.
never saw it,
Let's
so
see. First studio in history, which was this year, has six consecutive films open with more than 40 million. Minecraft, Sinners,
Mhm.
Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yeah.
There's probably another series going over to Netflix now. Uh F1, which I guess was distributed by Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah, because it was
Apple
Apple and
Studios,
Warner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Superman and Weapons.
I only liked two or three of those.
I mean, I thought they were all. I mean, I haven't seen. The only one I have not seen was Minecraft.
Yeah, I just
Final
yeah.
Destination was good in my opinion. I thought
Yeah.
Sinners was it was decent. I don't think it. I think it's
Yeah, it
definitely
was
overhyped.
yeah, agreed.
F1 was great. I
Amazing.
liked
Only
Superman and Weapons. I mean, you can. Everyone knows how I felt about Weapons. Weapons was great.
everybody knows how I felt about Superman and weapons. Check out those videos for sure.
Yes,
But yeah,
but of
I don't know. Like I said, I'm optimistic. I'll I'll hold judgment. Still gonna judge, but I'll hold
course,
full judgment until we hear a little bit more because it's still early. I mean, anything could
yeah,
happen between now and when it actually does. But I mean, again,
yeah. They just quote won the bid, so I'm sure they're now going to be entering the actual negotiations and hammering out all the fine print.
you know, time will tell. Time will
I mean,
tell.
it takes technically still get blocked,
Yeah, I'm telling you,
which
Paramount.
we we could. Hey, we can get. I mean, I don't want to. The political things there with the Ellisons, being buddy buddy with the current presidency, for sure. They were like, hey, block this.
Yeah, and that's why I was curious because I had heard about that. That's why I was like, I don't know if Paramount might come through.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's interesting. Like I said, it's interesting. I am
Yes.
just glad that Disney didn't acquire. That's the only thing I will say about. Other than that,
that,
I don't really have
that
too
would have
much more
been
to say about this one. What about you?
no, no,
Yeah, I think we
something to
discussed
watch.
it pretty well. And hey, further discussions will be had about this. But until then, thank y'all so much for watching. We greatly appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. And as Robert always says, get down in the comments. We want to hear from y'all. What do you think about this acquisition? Do you think this is a game changer? Is this Disney 2.0 again? Are we going to be going through the same thing that we did with their acquisition of Fox and the Marvel properties? And is this just history repeating itself? Or are we turning over a new leaf? Is this going to be something different that's going to bring in this new age of amazing projects and great content? We want to hear from you. So get in those comments. Let us know what you thought. Robert, would you like to let them know about the other stuff we have going on?
Yeah, I was gonna say something else, but I completely brain farted. So,
Oh.
yes, no, you're good. I had it in the middle of that, and I was like, I'm gonna add that, and then completely just boom spaced. Yeah,
Well, if you remember.
it's fine. Um, but yes, so this is my. I don't know if we're gonna. We just like I said, we do this these discussions kind of in between takes, so kind of figured why not just start recording. I don't know, maybe have like a headlines. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna workshop it, come out with something, but might do another like a couple of these every other week. So if you like this content, just let us know if there's anything you might want us to discuss, in the future. Like if something pops off and you're like, oh, we need these guys to discuss it. I mean, we probably already will discuss it. Just will we record it? Just let us know. Get out in the comments. We also have our trailer reactions. We got movies, TV shows, video games. Which I know there's a lot of video game trailers that came out this past week. Might need to watch some of those. Yeah, I don't know if they're any good or not. I just kind of saw some samurai in space or something. I don't know.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was kind of weird. It was a cyberpunk samurai in space.
Mm,
I didn't know that was a mashup I needed, so might
future
need to watch
video?
this one. But yeah. So yeah, if there's something, trailer-ish you want us to react to, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Or if there's any other videos, like we've just got through done recording some of our long requested user requests that we've, we try, guys. But
We
yeah,
do.
go
We
ahead. If
really
there's
do.
something you want us to react to, drop it in the comments. We also have our ranked in review series. We're halfway through our Predator franchise, which we are almost approaching I guess the Disney version or the Disney. era of the Predator movies. So stay tuned for those. We also have our Mission Impossible, Conjuring, and Superman, which Superman part, it's all related, guys. But anyways, all those links will be in the description below. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and give those a click.
Awesome. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you as always. We appreciate y'all for watching. See y'all on the next one.